Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This is the tutorial 2 of the AutoCAD. There are total 3 tutorials. तो अगर आपने फर्स्ट ट्यूटोरियल नहीं देखा तो पहले वो ज़रूर देखें. You have to go in sequence tutorial 1, tutorial 2 and tutorial 3. In this tutorial we will learn few basic commands like move, copy, mirror, rotate, fillet, array and offset. ये कुछ कमांड्स हैं जो जनरली यूज़ होती हैं. तो लेट्स सी दीज कमांड्स. तो उसके लिए पहले मैंने दो शेप्स बना के रखी हुई हैं. द फर्स्ट वन इज अ रेक्टेंगल. You can check the size of the rectangle. The rectangle is of size 100 by 70 and one circle 12.5 radius. Right? Just for the example, we have prepared these two geometries to learn these commands. तो सबसे पहले हम देखेंगे copy command. Let's see the copy command, how it works. So what is my objective here? मुझे ये circle, I want to copy this circle at this corner, at all the four corners. Means I want the center of the circle at the corner of rectangle. I hope you got my point. I want to move the center of this circle at the corner of the rectangle. ठीक है. तो copy कैसे करना है? First you have to select the command copy. It is asking select object. क्या पूछा आपसे? Select object. तो select this object. So here some confusion is there. It is still asking select object. So you have to confirm it to the software कि your selection is over. आपको बताना पड़ेगा software को. कैसे बताओगे? Enter press कर दो. Press enter. So now it is asking specify base point. So base point is the point which you want to place here. So here you want to place the center of the circle. So base point ये center होगा. Let's select the center of the circle as base. So you can see now you can copy this circle at the corner of this rectangle. You can copy it at all the four places. This is copy command. One more thing, let's suppose I want to copy this circle in this line at the distance of 30 mm. So just define this direction. Direction define कर दी मैंने. I will type here 30. Enter. तो 30 mm distance पे circle copy हो गया. I want to copy it here. Vertically downside. तो downside ऐसे ले आओ. This distance is let's say 40. तो just type 40. Enter. तो 40 distance पे copy हो गया. Now you can press escape. Right? Just define the direction and type the value. Value means the distance. जितने distance पे आप copy करना चाहते हो, just type that distance. So now let's see the move command. Move command. So in move command, what I want to do here, I want to move this circle at the center of this rectangle. Means center of the circle should match to the center of the rectangle. So base point क्या होगा इसमें? What would be the base point? Base point will be the center of that circle again. So let's use the move command. Select move here. It is asking select object. So select this object. Press enter. So it is asking specify base point. Circle touch karo. If these green color lines, this quadrant center point is not showing, so just see the video 1. In tutorial 1 I have discussed the basic settings. Base point. Now you can move the circle to the center of rectangle. तो यहाँ पे center तो नहीं है हमारे पास. We don't have center. So how to find out the center? Just place your cursor at the midpoint. If midpoint is not showing, then please see the video 1. I have already discussed this in the previous tutorial. For 1 second, place here. Move it downside. Now move your cursor on this vertical line. Yes, this is the midpoint of vertical line. Now without any click नहीं करना कहीं पे अभी. Move it horizontally. So here you will get the intersection. Here you have to click. पहले नहीं click करना. Don't click previously. Just click here now. So now the circle has been moved to the center of rectangle. So this is copy command and move command. Copy and move. You can do the zoom in, zoom out with your scroll button of the mouse. Now let's see the rotate command. So select the rotate. It is asking select the object. So object which you want to rotate, select the object. Here you have to do first click. Click 1. Cover this object. Here you can do click 2. Now press enter. Again it is asking specify base point. So base point क्या है? The point about which you want to rotate the object. So about which point you want to rotate the object? About center or about this corner? Let's say this corner. Click here. Now you can see the object is rotating. Object is rotating about that corner. You can also specify the angle of rotation. You can specify, let's say the angle is 30 degree. It has been rotated at 30 degree now. So you can define the angle also by Control Z. You can go back. So rotate command. Next one is the, let's remove this. Next we'll discuss the fillet command. Basically what I want, now I want some arc here. Arc of radius 20 at all the four corners. So majority of the students, what they are doing, they are selecting this line. They are clicking here. Type -20, enter. Now click here, select this line. Click on the end point. Type -20, enter. If you want to increase, you have to type positive value. If you want to decrease, you have to type negative value. So now what we are doing generally, if we are not aware about fillet command, then we are using this start and radius. Start point of arc, end point of arc, and radius of arc. So let's say this is start point of arc because it prepares the arc in anti-clockwise direction. तो ये start point हो गया. अब क्या पूछ रहा है वो? Specify end point of arc. This is end point of arc. Now move your cursor here. What it is asking, specify radius of arc. The radius is 20. You can follow the same procedure here, or you can follow the mirror command. So here we will discuss these fillet command now. कि fillet कैसे useful है यहाँ पे. Instead of this, how we can use the fillet command. तो अब आप देखोगे कि within by using fillet command it will be done in 1 minute. So choose the fillet command. What it is asking, select object first. तो ये थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम है यहाँ पे. We will not select the object. First we have to type R, enter. Fillet में यहीं पे प्रॉब्लम आती है स्टूडेंट्स को कि सर when we are selecting the object, let's say select object, this one, यहाँ पे आपका रेडियस कई बार नहीं लगता. अभी रेडियस क्यों लग रहा है? क्योंकि मैंने पहले से वैल्यू सेलेक्ट की हुई है. तो दिस प्रॉब्लम यू विल फेस कि when you will draw it, this will not work. ये अभी मेरी स्क्रीन पे हो रहा है लेकिन आपके पास नहीं हो. तो आपने क्या करना है वहां पे? फर्स्ट यू हैव टू सेलेक्ट द फिलेट. Before selecting object, first you have to type R. Type here R, enter. You can see I have already selected the 20 mm, that's why it was working. So here you can type, let's suppose 25. You want 25, press enter. Now select the object. Select first object. Now you can select the object. तो जब भी आप फिलेट यूज कर रहे हो, after selecting the fillet, type R, enter. Then radius, then select the object. Now this radius will be 25. Once you will type the radius, it will be stored at back end. मैं आपको चेक करवा देता हूँ. Now this radius is not 20, this is 25. Right? So fillet command ऐसे आपने यूज करनी है। फर्स्ट यू क्लिक फिलेट, इट इज आस्किंग सेलेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट फर्स्ट, तो आपने ऑब्जेक्ट नहीं सिलेक्ट करना, फर्स्ट यू हैव टू टाइप आर एंटर, देन रेडियस एंटर, value of radius enter, then you can select the object. Let's see the mirror command now. For the mirror, let's remove this part. Here we'll use the trim option. We cannot use the delete option because by delete it will remove the whole object, and trim will work with the intersection only. This line, this line, let's delete these all the part. Do click 1, cover the object, click 2, delete. Let's delete this part also. I want to keep only this. तो we have to learn how mirror command is working. Mirror command हमने देखना है, तो simply आप mirror select करो, just select the mirror. It is asking select object, तो आपने क्या करना है यहाँ पे, click here, cover the object, select the object. तो it is still asking select object, तो क्या करोगे आप अभी यहाँ पे, what you have to do now? Software is still asking select object. Yes, you are very right. Press enter. Specify first point of mirror line. तो if vertical mirror is there, दो पॉइंट होंगे, start and end point. So let's say this is the start point of mirror. Now you can see the object is being ready. Now this is the, on this line you can click anywhere, or here also you can click. This is the second point of mirror. Erase source object. Do you want to erase this source object? This one left side? No. We'll see once more mirror. Mirror command. Click 1. Here you can do second click. Press enter. Specify first point of mirror line. तो अभी now we need the horizontal line. अभी हमें horizontal mirror चाहिए इसे. So this is the first point of horizontal mirror. Now you can click on the second point of mirror. So this is the mirror command. This one is the mirror command. So now we will see the next command, offset and array. Offset command क्या है? Offset command basically draw a parallel line. Will not say it's a parallel, but it's a kind of object which is against the previous object. ये हमेशा हम parallel नहीं ऐसे कहेंगे. You can see now. Let's suppose कि I have selected the offset command here. It is asking specify offset distance. So let's say I want to take the offset distance as 20 mm. 20 offset distance. Specify offset distance. Offset is 20. Enter. It is asking select object. So now you can see this is the offset of 20 mm. So you can see how the offset is working. So it is kind of parallel, but it is against the previous object. If you take the offset of the circle, yes, circle is not preparing because it's already 20. So you can use it to draw the parallel line also. Let's delete this. I'll show you one more example. Let's say this is the line. Use offset. Specify offset distance. So already 20 is there. Press enter. Select object to offset. जिसका आपने offset लगाना है. Click here. If you want the offset upside, move your cursor upside. ऊपर आप कहीं पे भी click कर दो. Here, anywhere you can click upside. Value is fixed. 20 mm is fixed. I want the same line downside. Click here. Go downside. 20 is fixed. So this is offset command basically. Now let's see the array command. Array command is very interesting. Array is very interesting. When you want to copy the object about a center of circle or in the form of rectangle, it will be very useful. With the help of example, we'll see. तो सबसे पहले मैंने एक सर्कल ड्रॉ करना है यहाँ पे. Let's say dia is 100. Now draw one horizontal line here. Let's say this is the horizontal line of 40. Enter. Here I will draw one more circle. Let's say here this circle is having dia 5. Enter. तो now the question sir अभी इसमें array कहाँ पे है? तो basically array हम कैसे use करेंगे? I want this object at in this circle at 24 number of places, right? Let's trim this part. I want this object at 24 number of places in the circle. तो क्या करोगे आप? मिरर लगाओगे. तो with the help of mirror you will get it only left side, right? And if you copy this, you have to copy first. You have to divide this angle by 360 divided by 24, and then you have to copy this, then rotate this. That is very long procedure. See how I'll do this array. कौन सा array लगाएंगे यहाँ पे? Rectangular, path और polar. पिक्चर से भी आपको देख के क्लियर होगा. Polar array. Select object. Obviously we will select object here. पहला क्लिक किया, फर्स्ट क्लिक. कवर द ऑब्जेक्ट, सेकंड क्लिक. सॉफ्टवेयर फिर पूछ रहा है, स्टिल इट इज आस्किंग सेलेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट. तो क्या करना है? जस्ट प्रेस एंटर. इट इज आस्किंग स्पेसिफाई सेंटर पॉइंट ऑफ एरे. तो दिस इज द सेंटर ऑफ एरे. जस्ट क्लिक ऑन सेंटर. यस, टेम्परेरी डाटा इज रेडी नाउ. how many number of items you want? 24. Type 24, enter. So 24 number of items are ready. This is polar array. Here a lot of options are there. Let's suppose you want to fill 180 degree. So you can type 180, enter. Right? You can close this window. This is array command. Polar array. Now we will see rectangular array. Rectangular array. Let's suppose I want this object at 3 places horizontally. Basically, in terms of number and columns and row, I will say I want 3 columns and 2 rows of this object. Right? 3 columns, 1, 2, 3, and 2 rows. Let's say 3 column and 2 rows. Array. Let's go for rectangular array. It is asking select object. So select this object. Press enter. Right? We have to confirm it to the software that my selection is over. Press enter. Temporary data is ready. I'm doing this zoom in, zoom out with my scroll button. So it is advised to use the mouse. Mouse use karo aap. So how many columns you want? Let's suppose 3 number of columns you want. And number of rows are 2. 2 rows are there. This point is very important, gap. The gap between the rows and column. Here let's check. Here the gap is, let's suppose it is X gap. Gap between rows and column, it measures the gap between center to center. This is not a gap for the software. It measures the gap from center to center or from one point to same next point. This is the gap. I will discuss one more example now. Let's understand this gap, how to put the gap. In next example, it is very helpful to use this rectangular command. Let's draw one square of 10 by 10, 10 mm square. क्या पूछ रहा है? Here, from here, select the rectangle. It is asking specify first corner point. कहीं पे भी click कर दो यहाँ. Move your cursor outside. I want the square of 10 by 10 mm. So type 10, comma 10, enter. Zoom कर लो with scroll button. Now basically I want to write the Gothic letters, and I want a grid of 7 by 5. Means I want 7 number of rows and 5 number of columns, just like the graph paper. I want to make this. तो चलो यूज करते हैं. Let's start to use the rectangular array. Rectangular array. Select this object. Press enter. I want the 5 number of columns. 5 change कर दो यहाँ पे we need 7 number of rows, तो type 7. Now the question is कि I want to reduce this gap, I want to minimize this gap. So majority of you will think कि this gap is 0, we have to type this gap as 0. No, अगर आप 0 टाइप करोगे तो प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी. यहाँ पे ये सारा खत्म हो जाएगा, एक जगह पे कॉपी हो जाएगा. 0 नहीं टाइप करना हमने. तो what is a gap here? Gap is considered as one point to this lower left corner to next lower left corner. या आप ये कह सकते हो कि सेंटर टू नेक्स्ट सेंटर. ठीक है, ये वाला गैप नहीं है. अगर आपको ये इस पॉइंट से लेके वेयर इज माय कर्सर, वेयर देयर इज माय कर्सर, लाइक दिस पॉइंट टू दिस पॉइंट, ये गैप नहीं कंसीडर करता सॉफ्टवेयर. कंसेक्टिव गैप, राइट. तो फ्रॉम दिस पॉइंट, दिस लोअर लेफ्ट कॉर्नर टू नेक्स्ट लोअर लेफ्ट कॉर्नर कितना गैप होना चाहिए? यस, 10. वन पॉइंट टू सेम नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, it will be 10. So you can see, if you will type 0, so you can understand what will happen. 0 will not type 0, will type 1 point to same next point, 10 mm. Similarly, in between rows, it is 10. Enter. So here you can do the practice of Gothic letters. Like 7 by 5 ratio is there, so you can write the Gothic style letter. A video has been already uploaded on the Gothic letter, but that was a manual writing. So these are the few basic commands like move, copy, mirror, rotate, fillet, array, and offset. So if you are facing any problem here, like midpoint, endpoint, projection line is not there, and you are unable to do the settings, so you just watch the tutorial 1. In next tutorial, tutorial 3 will discuss the line type, line weight, and dimensioning. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to the channel.